So we have been busy implementing and burning the resources, and we are excited. We are busy. The place is abuzz with activity. As a manager, what is the next function you need to have in your setup?
So if you remember the past two processes we mentioned in terms of organizing, getting the right resources and the budgeting piece, in terms of the finance resources part of it. Now this next piece is actually the controlling piece. To say, I've given you all the resources. I like the word you used there to say we're keeping a hawk's eye on the consumption of these resources, being the human personnel and the finance. So keeping an eye does not necessarily mean you micromanage it. As much as I've given you 12 million as an example, but how effectively have you used it? And then in terms of the old person, you said, for example, you need 10 people to execute this strategy. Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing? Are they being allocated the way they're supposed to be? Are they doing the right job? So it's actually to say, how are the resources that are being allocated in terms of the plan itself and now actually doing in terms of getting the plan up and running. So keeping a hawk's eye on the consumption of those particular resources.
So controlling is actually equivalent to holding people accountable.
Yes, accountability. Yes.
Yeah, checks and balances.
Yes, accountability.
And you say that is a very important function that the manager or leader of people needs to apply.
Definitely to apply, and again, moreover, I think sometimes it has to be the people in the work doing the work. Sometimes have to be the one holding themselves accountable amongst themselves as peers or colleagues. Sometimes not necessarily waiting for that particular manager to say, but guys, we need to, sometimes it's more of a peer-to-peer kind of like evaluation to say, guys, has everyone done their part? We all understand strategy. Has everyone done their part in terms of executing what we need to do?
So moving forward, how do we know if things have gone out of control?
How do you know if things gone out of control?
Yes, and that's basically the next function. What is it?
I would say, remember now we've been controlling now. Now we go to a stage where to check, okay, we have all these resources. Now we go to that evaluation piece of it. So that the evaluation and monitoring piece of it. Yes. So now this is where now we say, what have we done in terms of the strategy? How have we used the resources? So that monitoring to say, having, how do I put it, a dashboard now. Yeah. This is us now looking at the dashboard to say, what is that we have done? The evaluation piece of it.
So it's
anyway.
So monitoring and evaluation is also a function of a management, right?
Definitely. A very critical one, actually. Because now it helps us to benchmark how we have done.
So you take a snapshot.
Yes. That snapshot to say, that dashboard. So you just consolidate everyone, put it like in for the lack of a better word, you put everything in the screen to make it a picture to tell the story.
So does that suggest that monitoring evaluation, it happens at a particular point in time, which could be in the middle of the process or at the end? Am I right?
It could be, depending on the type of work what you're doing. You can run it in parallel as we implement, evaluate, go back, change, evaluate, or you can wait until the end and say, let's look at in terms of, let's say we give ourselves 6 months, then after 6 months, you check and evaluate. Or you can keep on evaluating and monitoring as the work is progressing.
Wow, beautiful. So those are the various approaches that one can use. Beautiful stuff. Let's hold it there.